here is the writer's Allman Brother for Friday, March 13th, 2026. It's the birthday of L. Ron Hubbard. He and his brother Jake driving through the streets of Detroit wearing sunglasses in the evening, smoking cigarettes, and playing blues numbers for the lost children of Theranos. He was born with no soul in his body, spent the first 15 years of his life in an abandoned ark trying to forge one out of plywood and cut out letters he'd typed on papyrus with a speak and spell. "Come to dinner," his mother would yell from the kitchen, "or I'm sending all of your followers back to the Branch Davidian compound." After failing for the requisite 10,000 hours, he finally teamed up with Jimmy Walker and Nate Silver and formed the self-improvement platform Dinometrics. He wrote the Bible for it on the back of 14 million $10 bills, taking care each time to peck the eyes out of Alexander Hamilton so he looked like Daddy Warbucks and couldn't squeal to the actual Lord what was happening. One by one, the celebrities came, conscripting themselves into Hubbard's aura like citrus sections at the Jell-O Museum. Chick Corea, John Travolta, Michael Pena. Your last name had to end in A to be a member, which, while specific, was no less nuts than the rest of the tenants. Finally, Tom Cruise walked up to L. Ron one day and said, E. You know what E means. E means the first death, the root one, one's own death, which leaves the others waiting horribly alone and smug to be alive, scrubbed with the best soaps. "You stole that from someplace," L. Ron said. "Shut up and tell me I'm clear," Tom said. L. Ron said, I can't both shut up and tell me, Tom said. "Shut up and tell me." It's the birthday of Neil Sedaka, who wrote every song ever written, including Beethoven's Ninth Symphony and the 7-note mating trill produced by a finch. The only child of Neil Diamond and Paul Anka, he and his two dads collaborated on half of the catalog attributed solely to him, including Calendar Girl, Breaking Up Is Hard to Do, Love Will Keep Us Together, and the lesser-known follow-up, No It Won't. He also composed Laughter in the Rain, Happy Birthday Sweet 16, Stupid Cupid, Is This the Way to Amarillo, Do You Know the Way to San Jose, Stairway to Heaven. He had a terrible sense of direction. He later teamed up with Donald Fagen and Walter Becker and co-wrote the songs Ricky Don't Lose That Number, Benny and the Jets, Jenny from the Block, Hey Jude, Still Dre, Handel's Messiah, and after collapsing from exhaustion, wrote Siegfried's Funeral March by Richard Wagner, and was buried in Grant's tomb. And it's the birthday of early movie starlet and screenwriter Dorothy Davenport. Born a couch in the kitchenette factory, she felt umbilically ostracized. Made her way to Hollywood in 1909 with her fancy family, Hills that is. Hung out there, literally dangling from the crossbar in the H, until she was noticed for her screenplay about laudanum addiction. It was called A Hellraiser's Divorce. She was paid 150 ampules of laudanum for it, worth half a pallet of iPhones today. In 1913, she married the Walter Reed Medical Center, had it shipped brick by brick to Sherman Oaks so she could give birth to Walter Reed Jr. inside of its maternity ward, which was the basis for her second movie, My Gown is Open, about a nurse who poses as a patient in order to raise money by flicking injured GIs in the nutsack, a popular anomaly back then. She unfortunately used her own name in the story, so was forced to file suit against herself, and after a mysterious and unprecedented process of auto litigation, she settled. Here's a poem for today by Airea D. Matthews, entitled 80s Child's Play. Tag? No, touching. Dodgeball? No, hitting. Kickball? No, kicking. Fort? No, darkness. House? Hell no. Doctor? What kind? Don't know. No. Plantation? I'll kill you. Duran Duran? God, no. Tongue kiss? Ew, no. Dolls? Maybe later. Music? No, dancing. Biking? No bike. Then what? Nothing. Nothing? Quiet. That's dull, says who? Me. Why? We're kids. I was. When? Once. 80s Child's Play by Airea Matthews, used without permission here on the Writers Allman Brother. Special thanks today to Jaime Saenz, Forrest Gander, and Kent Johnson. We're supported by the Mismatched Leg Foundation, urging all mannequins under the age of 40 to get checked out this Pisces season for tibiofibular cross-referencing eligibility. Until next week, be well, think up shit, and write it down.